question it is mentioned that you have to comment only about Ajay. Why not Lalita also?
Ah, it's so these
Statement
are.
4 clearly says.
Hmm.
Statement 4 clearly says she has not died in past 15 days. That means she is alive. That means she is alive in past 15 days. So both should be the answer, B and C.
Yeah, I also think so. You all
Or
think so?
it could be even the
Yeah,
D
Actually,
option.
yeah, I also think so. B
think
and
so.
C.
It's
Why?
B and C.
Because the
Uh,
probability. See, they say.
and
But why I said
it could be, if
about.
we look, it could be,
Yeah, please. Yeah, once at a time.
But
Yeah.
here,
it
but
could be
here,
also D option because
yeah. Continue.
Please. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I was saying is,
Hmm.
Lalita has not been infected in the past 15 days. But why this is
Okay.
not is then that there could be chances why this is not an answer, because it is said in the statement that a 70-year above will get infected, right?
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
will die in 15 days. So
Hmm.
that's the reason Lalita has not been infected in past 15 days could not be an answer.
Yeah, I also support that D could have been the answer. I mean,
Hmm.
yeah.
D actually then makes it false the statement three. Yeah, that
Yeah,
there is nothing of recovery there written. So we can't know what she
yeah,
recovered or not because.
but aren't we speaking of what have like the statement 4 says that 15
Hmm.
days has been passed. Okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I mean that on that way of thinking, I was hoping for D to be the
Yeah,
correct
but
answer. Yeah,
but then statement three and four will be like then
yeah,
they will like
because
contradict each other. Yeah.
yeah, I
But
mean
I think
statement 3.
but I think B can be an answer. Only thing is
Hmm.
because the statement which is given in the three, that a lady which is 70-year above will get infected, and the fourth says will die in 15 days. So concluding these two together, if we see these two statements, then Lalita has not been infected in the past 15 days will not be an answer.
So I just have a question. Now,
Yeah.
what method are we using to come to this deduction? Is it like one? It was like MAP that you the premise is MAP and map SAP, like you draw all of that and then you come, or you do a Venn diagram. So I want to know what do I use, because in the classes you just, it was all simple things like
Yeah.
all men are mortals, it is very simple. When it comes to the exam, it is all these are so complicated. So you have to give me in the terms of what was taught.
Okay.
This entire second week is very confusing.
Okay. Yeah. The thing
So
is, yeah.
what
So
method do I use to come to the conclusion? Because each of us are guessing the answers.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah. The
want,
thing
yes,
is,
I want correct formula for me to come to a conclusion, because this is
yeah.
science.
So essentially, the Venn diagram is something that is the perfect one. So the thing is, we can essentially visualize those diagrams and what includes and what interconnects the statements and statement. So the thing is, I also believe that this option B, in a sense, should be correct. And that time when I was seeing it, I mean, that time it did strike me, but essentially, I also think so now it makes sense. But yeah, that time I didn't maybe
But
consider it.
yeah,
Yeah,
initially I
just
also
yeah,
thought
uh,
Dipanjan, that it makes sense, but because of the
mm,
statement, third statement, which
third
says that
instrument.
a lady which is 70-year above will
Mm,
die within 15 days. Okay, she
okay,
said that,
okay.
and she has not died. Is that
Yeah,
that so
Mm,
so concluding this three and fourth statement, Lalita has
mm.
not been infected in past 15 days can also be a probable
Answer.
statement.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
No,
think
second
B
second
and
thing
C
is
are
not
not the correct.
excuse.
Second answer is
Okay.
directly
B
related
and
to
D are not correct.
B and D are correct. Okay.
B
Why
and D are
D?
B and
D in a sense is wrong because statement three. We basically go against the statement three that she was infected but has recovered. So nothing is said about recovery. It is only said that if a person who is over the age of 60 will die. There is nothing of recovery. And will die means it's like they're confident that they will die.
no, but how would she die because she was not infected? So that second is correct directly
can
related to
I
statement number three.
So
Uh,
actually,
shall
the 15 days are counted from when Ajay and Lalita are in the lift. Okay.
mhm.
So within
Yeah,
15 days, she may get infected from somewhere else. That's why it is not the right answer.
yeah, yeah. I was telling the same thing. B and D are not correct because Lalita has not been infected in the past 15 days. Is not
okay.
the correct answer because he has mentioned here before 15 days they
Mm.
have met in a lift
Lift.
that so
Mm.
after 15 days she has not been died means only on the first day what she has done in the lift with Ajay and Lalita were there. So
Mm.
only that is the correct because only that after that event 15 days have passed. So on the second day,
15
third
days
day,
have
fourth
passed.
day, fifth day, or sixth day, she may
Mm.
having the same event. We don't know. So to conclude that, we have to wait for another 4 5 days, isn't it? So that is not a correct answer here. Lalita was infected but has recovered is not a correct answer, and even Lalita has not been infected in the past 15 days is not the correct answer. So Ajay was not infected. Only that is the sure here because the 15 days has been passed.
Passed.
Exactly, the 15 days has been passed. So that on that day, the event
So
was
true, true,
with
true. Yeah, yeah.
Ajay and
Mm.
Lalita
Yeah.
were the
Perfect,
event
perfect. Yeah.
that is given. Hmm.
Perfect, perfect. Yeah. Perfect. Uh, yeah, I think yeah, that's the perfect answer. Yeah, she can. Yeah, that's the point. Yeah, I was also missing it. That she can get infected from in the past 15 days in n number of places, and that's something that is not included in the statements. Yeah, thanks for the yeah clarity. So yeah, then I think C becomes the perfect one. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's the thing. That why not be is that what you beautifully explained that we don't know what had happened in the past 15 days. The past 15 days event has not been documented in the statements, and as a result, we can't comment on whether she was infected in the past 15 days or not. So she can get infected in the 15th, 14th day also. So yeah, that's the thing. So it's all about considering all the cases. Yeah, and sometimes you tend to miss some of them. So I think this is the last one, and yeah, problem five, and we have the same three statements, and the statement four is Lalita has died yesterday. So yeah,
Hello.
yeah, please.
Sir, can you go back to first problem? Actually, I was taking picture, but I am late. So, first problem I have
Uh,
not there.
okay, we can maybe after we finish, we can discuss it.
Yes, yes.
No issue.
Okay, sir.
Sure,
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Somebody can answer why A. What I think.
Sir, it's D, none of the above.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe people are saying also A. Yeah. Why D? Yeah. So you mentioned why it's D.
Because the Lalita may die because of another reason. So it is not necessary that she is infected and died. That's why D.
Yeah. True. So can be multiple reasons of dying. So yeah. Essentially that tells it. So yeah, Ajay can be infected, and that the other options is Ajay was infected, but they were on a lift. When they were on a lift is also a possibility, but essentially that does not mean all the things.
Sir, I have a
Yeah,
doubt, sir.
Aditya, can you?
Please, please, please.
Sir, we'll have to stick on to the premise given here, right? So the
Yeah,
condition given has not been mentioned that we'll have to include all other reasons for the death of Lalita. That may not be considered. Then how will we have none of the above as the answer, sir?
uh, in a sense, the statements, uh, if I get your question correct, is uh, see a person. So these things that are happening is essentially some of the truths we know about a condition. So
But we should not consider the truth, right, sir? Here, whatever the premise is given, we'll have to look into that and we have to answer. If we are going
yeah,
to
yeah,
Actually,
consider
I
all
think
other
here
conditions,
days are
then
not mentioned.
yeah. The thing is, whatever the most information that we can derive from the statements are something that is that we are considering here. So
fine, sir. But the first answer, Jay was infected when they were in the lift, can also be the right choice. If that is
Yeah.
the case, then how are we going to have
but
none of the above as
But
then
the answer?
Lalita has
But
died
here
later.
days are not mentioned. Na? That here in statement 3, it is said that an infected person over the age of 60 will die within 15 days. Here
Okay.
days are not mentioned that she died after 15 days.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Got it, sir. Got it.
anybody else? Yeah. Anybody else? Yeah.
I think it should be explained on the basis of modus ponens and modus ponens was there, no? If A is
Modest
there,
tolerance.
then B will be there.
Hmm.
Uh, if A is there, then B is there. Okay.
Hmm.
In modus tolerance, if B not, then A not. It is
A
like
not.
that,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Hmm. Yeah.
In the earlier problem 4, it was that B was not there. Then you can say that A was not there.
Yeah.
So he has not died because he was not infected. That is true. But
True.
uh, here none of the above is the answer because Lalita has died yesterday. So
Hmm.
in deductive, the opposite way is not possible.
Opposite way is
If
not
B
possible.
is there means Lalita has died. Lalita is
Hmm.
died. Lalita has died means it is B. So you are telling that if B is there, then you have to say that A is there. Means A
Yeah.
means A here means Ajay was infected, isn't it? Ajay was
Yeah.
infected.
Yeah.
If A is the Ajay was infected, B is Lalita has died. So in modus tollens, if B is there, then A is there. We cannot say like that.
Yeah.
If B
Actually,
is not there, then A is not there.
hmm, yeah.
That has to be applied. So
The thing
logically, we
the
cannot
thing
say
we
that.
discussed. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah. The thing we discussed in the first thing. Yeah. The conclusion can't always, like, we can't go backwards and tell. So.
yeah. The other way is not possible in deductive logic, I think.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
Aditya, so could this, uh, can I ask something? So,
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
like, just like Dr. Siddharam explained,
Hmm.
the two methodologies, so could that be the answer of Regina Das? She was asking, like, what exact methodology we are using.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And we have a lot of confusion whether it should be solved with the Venn diagram or like SAM or something like that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
can we consider Dr.
So the,
Sidram's answer as
yeah,
the
there are actually multiple ways to solve it, and it's
okay?
actually multiple ways. And so Sam and those structure, logical structure making is one such. So what he explained is the basic modus tollens, modus ponens models. What he was telling. So there are multiple things, whichever you are finding it comfortable to put the ideas into. Those are something that you can essentially use. Um, so if you are more comfortable with making this Venn diagrams, so Venn diagram is a go-to thing. So yeah, essentially that thing is. I basically always like to go for some Venn diagrams and taking it visually. But yeah, there are multiple ways you can also see it.
Like so, like there are no like silver bullet for a
No,
particular
no,
type
no.
of question. Yeah. Okay.
No, there is no silver bullet actually. Yeah,
Okay.
so essentially there are. So if you are solving it, so it is either a written or a theoret like a written model based methods where you have, and essentially both are same actually. Those are just representation, tools of representation.
Yeah. Okay.
With them you can represent a lot of things. Just the representation. I think so.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
So these are two premises. Like yeah.
Some flying
Uh,
organisms.
yeah. Okay.
It could be some flying organisms have 6 legs. Also, like all organisms have 6 legs.
Is it okay? Let's see.
C and D both.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's see it like we
Hmm.
have uh, uh, we have two things. Yeah, flying organisms maybe, and insects. So yeah, so some flying organisms are insects. So these are insects. Okay. So essentially, these are the some flying organisms that are insects. So the thing is, so they have not tell about all the organisms and insects or not, or all insects are flying organisms or not. So we can't essentially. So we have to. This is the correct. This is the I think a Venn diagram that we should go for. Yeah. Then it says that all insects. So essentially, all the insects here will have 6 legs. So if we have a bigger thing, then 6 legs. So from this diagram, what all we can derive? So the first thing is some flying organisms do not have 6 legs. Is it true?
Yes.
Yes,
It's true.
yeah, it's true.
Some flying organisms they do have 6 legs. Yeah.
Yes.
This population is there.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So yeah, that can't be true. Yeah. Do not have.
Yeah. Yeah.
All insects are flying organisms.
No.
No,
No,
sir.
some are flying.
Some flying organisms have six
Some
legs.
flying organisms have
Some flying organisms have 6 legs. So yeah, this population, yeah.
yeah.
And all flying organisms have 6 legs.
That's
No,
correct.
Correct.
That's
all
see,
flying organisms have 6 legs. Is only this population have 6 legs, no?
no,
No, sir. No, sir. All
all
flying
flying
organisms have
organisms are not six.
Some flying organisms.
some flying.
Ah,
Only one. Some flying
yeah, yeah, yeah.
organisms.
Third one is
All
correct. Third
flying
is correct.
organisms have 6 legs. Is these may not have. These populations will not have. May not have 6 legs.
Now this Venn diagrams
Yeah.
very well explained.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
So similarly, yeah. Some sea creatures are mammals. No mammals lay eggs.
Sea creatures are mammals. No mammals are lay eggs.
So for the previous question, even A should be the answer.
A.
Yeah, could you please explain it again, like the
Yes,
first
yes.
one?
A can be
Why?
also an answer. I have same doubt.
Because
Yeah,
they are saying that some flying organisms do not have 6 legs. So if you look at the leftover part of F,
Hmm.
that 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 is supporting that statement, no?
The thing is, they have not tell that all flying organisms are insects. So this, so if they have told that all flying organisms are insects, then we could have gotten something like this. So then it would have been correct. Or essentially, if all organisms are out, like kind of this. So they have told some, yeah. They have not told that all the organisms are there. So that's why.
See, actually, like if you look at the conjunction of F and I,
Mhm.
like the shaded one, so
Mhm.
that is essentially the like it is saying that there are some flying organism which are insects. Okay, and the way you have drawn that 6 legs,
Yeah.
okay, so the 6 leg, that some portion of that 6 legs circle is also like
Also, they
yeah.
so the thing is two things. So they can also have two conditions. F comma I can also be a same thing. So they can have a complete conjunction, and also this 6 legs can be extended to this also. We do not have information for that.
Okay.
So so
Well,
this thing, yeah, some flying
even
organisms
if
do
that
not.
is true,
Hmm?
so even third statement is right, the opposite of that means do not have six legs. That should also be acceptable.
Yeah,
Which one?
exactly.
The flying organism may have one, two, three, all numbers except six legs.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes.
See, these are possibilities. So
Here,
some flying
Is the
somebody please mute it. Some noises.
the
Yeah,
predicate of
please.
the near premises? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, yeah. Now, yeah, please.
But I,
So, yeah,
but I
please.
think with the subject and predicate, you can confirm that third answer.
Yeah, that subject predicate we can essentially, yeah, that's
Right.
another way. But the thing is, some flying organisms do not have 6 legs. It is we do not have a connection between flying organisms and 6 legs. We do not know. Those are not directly interconnected. So if those are not directly interconnected, we can tell. So the first and the D option, you are confused because though both are actually two cases, two possibilities are actually. If you closely see, those are two possibilities. And we can't. So if you had mentioned, there were two conditions. Yeah, the necessity and something called as possibility. So something should be necessarily true. Something can be possibly true. These are something that can be possibly true. If two statements, two premises are not directly connected, those can be like possibly true.
So we cannot take like the possible consideration as answers.
No, 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 no. Possible concentrations can't be taken.
Okay.
B is the answer.
Okay. Just see. I don't know. I don't remember though. But it can have multiple also. I don't know. I don't remember actually. But the conclusions. We have to work it out. But yeah, it can have multiple answers. So multiple consider also is true.
So,
Yeah. Okay. Let's solve it. So essentially, this first one is similar. Some sea creatures. Sea and mammals. So no mammals lay eggs. So eggs. So what conclusion can you draw out of them? Some mammals are not sea creatures. So they are telling that some sea creatures are mammals. That means this population is there. So first one I think is uh, wrong. Yeah.
hmm.
Some sea creatures lay eggs.
Yeah, that shaded portion.
So
The
eggs, so they have not told anything about sea creatures and eggs. That may be a possibility. They can lay eggs. So eggs is here. Uh,
hmm.
um, some sea creatures do not lay eggs. Okay.
That also can be a possibility.
Some sea, yeah. So yeah, that can be a possibility actually. So it has told us that if they are mammals, they will not. So the population of which sea creatures which are mammals will not lay eggs. So this is correct. Some sea creatures are not mammals. Yeah, I think that also is correct. No, no, no. So yeah, so the thing is, we forgot the condition of sea and mammal. Yeah, they can also have both these conditions. Sea and the sea creatures, all the sea creatures can be mammals. So they can have a same uh, same condition. So that condition can also be there. So essentially, because that some sea creatures are not mammals is not wrong.
So here answer will be B and C both.
No, no, no. Only C. Why not? Why not C? is because some sea creatures lay eggs. So we do not have any information about whether so these are eggs connected to that or not. So there can be a condition that okay, this set can lie here. Okay, this x one, but there is no statement that tells us that. So if there was another statement that some sea creatures lay eggs, so then we can find okay. Then we must be then we would be sure that okay, these eggs lie here. Got it?
Sir, why not A?
Why not A? So the thing is, we can't say that some mammals are not sea creatures. In a sense, it's the same of these are connected. So we have to consider the set of it including all the things. Sometimes
Sir, but
it can
A and
superimpose all the
D
sets.
also, sir, then statement 1 and 2, the option 1 and 4 is also same as
Hmm.
statement 1. Some sea creatures are mammals, that means some
Yeah, that's
creatures
why.
are not mammals. The vice versa is
Yeah.
also true.
So that will be perfect when both the sets are together, like this condition.
So, sir,
So
in second condition that you are talking about, that will mean that all the sea creatures are mammals and all the mammals are sea
yeah,
creatures. Nowhere in the given statement it is mentioned like that.
it is written. Yeah, 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 yeah. You asked anything? I didn't get it actually. So the thing is, why A is not correct is that some mammals are not sea creatures. So basically, we can have a condition in which some mammals are not sea creatures. Like this. That the condition we had made. Okay. So in that also in the last option, some sea creatures are not mammals. So the thing was we can have this portion, yeah. This portion they are not they are uh, no sorry.
Yeah,
So
so
this condition these are sea animals but they are not mammals. So this is the fourth option. This is the first option. But the thing is, these are not, we do not have perfect information whether they will be true or not. They can have, they may not be true. These are only just possibilities.
Sir, but even D should come. The very first statement it says that some sea creatures are mammals. So it
Hmm?
implies that some sea creatures are not mammals. If the
Yes,
Yeah,
last option is true,
Yes,
then even
exactly.
first option should be true.
yes. Some sea creatures are not
It is
mammals.
directly implied.
yeah,
yeah. True. The first one and four is connected actually. So we are not taking both the conditions together. Yeah. So it's not like we those two conditions are connected, interconnected. We are selecting each conclusions
One at a
single one at a time. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, there you can have multiple conditions, and then these conditions will have a specific answer. Okay. Should we move ahead?
Yes,
Yes, yes.
sir.
Okay. So we had some syllogistic structures. Yeah. So Aristotle had given some syllogistic structures. So which one of them uh, was not there? So you have to tell a single correct option.
I thought third one.
What you which is the
So
Then
if
it
you
was in
remember,
assignment.
First
these
one,
are
A.
this one. Okay, not second. So yeah, from it came from here. Every A is B. Then we have no A is B. Some A is B. Some A are not B. Yeah. So essentially, this one should be the answer. Hmm. Okay. So problem 9. When Edwin Hubble used Seyfert variables to find the distance to the Andromeda galaxy, he was using the following logics. Which one?
Both deductive and inductive and deductive.
Okay. Anybody else?
deductive logic? I don't realize
C. Answer C.
So essentially, if you remember that they had some general statements about the Seyfert variables and how they were depending on the distance. Uh, so yeah, yeah. Let me. So they had some connections between two connections, like one general truth that the pulsation period of those and the luminosity of it. And they had also the connection between luminosity and the distance. So essentially, so they had already used those inductive logic of the connections between Seyfert variables and uh, the luminosity. Okay, so essentially, I think should be deductive.
Yes, C.
Because they had already made a premise, the two premises, and then they worked upon the conditions. So it's a
Inductive and
specific.
deductive, both
But
inductive and deductive.
Then every deductive should be inductive and deductive that way actually. But essentially, if they are taking a inductive truth and as a and building upon that, it's also that's why it's a deductive.
yeah, Aditya, actually, this was right in the assignment. And
Mm-hmm.
when we have got the answers, then it was stated that both
It's
inductive
both.
and deductive is the correct answer. Like that was we
Yes, yes,
have
yes.
given.
I agree.
Yeah,
Is it?
because yes, I I know it very correctly because I got it wrong. Okay,
Oh,
so that
okay.
is why I was looking more for an explanation that why it is correct.
Is
But
it?
judging from our discussion, you are saying that it is deductive.
Yeah.
So maybe like either we got the wrong answers, or maybe there are
Okay.
some issues with the slides. I don't know. Like, could you please
Uh,
mark this as
yeah,
yes
sure,
in
sure.
the next question? Yeah.
Sure. Maybe we can mark it. So the I had why it is deductive is that one, that explanation. But both inductive and deductive, if anybody has any explanation that they can add. Yeah, please. Then we can maybe discuss with the other TAs also.
Because I totally agree with the discussion we right now are having, that
Yeah,
because deductive has to be started
started
from
with
an
the
inductive
inductive.
point. Yeah.
Mm.
So I don't know, like, why both inductive and deductive could be correct. So maybe, like, I don't know, I'm looking for the answers here, like the explanation here. Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody
Since,
who yeah,
sir, I
please.
have the answer.
Mm-hmm.
Since he applied deductive logic from the inductive premise,
Mm-hmm.
that is the reason why we have both inductive and deductive logic, sir.
Okay.
It
So somebody is
was
telling it was
taught in
mentioned
sir's
by
lecture,
professor.
like gradually he
Yeah.
moved from deductive logic. Slowly, inductive premise was also applied. That was the reason why answer C is right.
Okay. So yeah, maybe we can come back to this problem next class. And okay, in book it is mentioned both. Okay, essentially I do not have a book, but okay, I can maybe see it, and maybe we can discuss this problem next if there is some
Because the
confusion.
lecture it is mentioned inductive logic because the deductive is based
Hmm.
on the inductive. Without the inductive, we cannot go for the deductive.
We cannot go. Yeah, my
So
logic is that
that's
one.
why. So that is the
Hmm.
correct, and it is mentioned in the videos because I've gone twice, and inductive is the base of this.
Inductive,
Deductive. So you cannot go directly to deductive, isn't it?
yeah, but then there is okay. I do not want to maybe. Yeah,
So that
maybe
needs
we can.
explanation. So please,
Yeah,
please make it clear, sir, in the next.
yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah, maybe we can discuss it next time. Okay. So yeah, maybe we'll take that up in the next class. Till that time, so this question is from the use and misuse of logic. So sometimes we make uh, sometimes long logical expressions, and then so there is some questions on how this deductive reasoning can vary. Explain this question. Okay. So you have a set of premises and you derive a conclusion. So using those. So you find that the conclusion you derived is wrong. So which of the following can be a possibility? So we have to tell that. Okay. Here I think I missed one. So yeah, I think everyone agrees with the answer. Okay. So here, yeah, the basically if you have a wrong premise, you can get a you if you have one of the premise wrong, you can have a false conclusion. So maybe we can change it, and so if we have a true conclusion, then can you say that all the premises are true?
It could be false also. If all the premises are true, then the
Hmm.
conclusion can be false also.
How?
Mm,
Sir, because
True
a true
premise will
conclusion
not
can
lead
be
to
derived from false premises, but a false conclusion cannot be drawn from true premises.
Yeah. So can you give one example? Somebody, like anybody? Okay. Maybe you can think upon that. Essentially, if, I will leave it on to you, and maybe you can think about it and uh, form an example. But in essence, what you mentioned, that a conclusion is false, that implies that the starting premises are wrong. The conclusion is true, but essentially it does not imply that the starting premises are true. That's the two keywords, that the two key things that essentially we have.
Can you repeat what you said?
Uh, so, uh, conclusion
If
is
the
false.
conclusion is true, acha. If it is
Yeah,
false,
false. Uh, that the starting premises are false. Starting premises are wrong. And if conclusion is true, it's true. So it does not imply that starting premises are true. So these are some things. So you can maybe think about this and
hmm.
yeah. Some echo.
Device is making a sound.
Can somebody turn off their mics? Everybody, please. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So this is the last question, I believe, and so this essentially tells about a study. Uh, yeah. Please turn off the mics, maybe. Yeah.
So they maybe are not aware of that. So please, you can mute them.
Yeah. Check to see. Okay, I am muting everybody. Anyway, if you want to tell, if you want to speak, please, you can tell. Just I am muting everybody. So this is a question from last semester, I think last semester assignment. I am audible, yeah? Okay. I thought I unmuted myself also. Yeah. Okay. People are telling. I think only one answer we got. Okay. B. Okay. Okay. Essentially, if I think so, some time is needed for this. So you all can maybe take a snap of it and keep it. We can discuss it in the next session. Uh, so essentially, we can discuss it. So it was the last question, and we can take it up in the next one. I kept it in the last because there was some process of thought in it. So I thought let's keep it on the last only. So essentially, we can take it up first in the next session and then go on discussing the third one. That I don't know what the things are. Is it okay for everyone? Yeah. So okay, yeah. So yeah, essentially we can now discuss some of the issues that. Okay, let's take a snap of it, and this will be the first thing we will discuss in first thing in the next session, and also maybe that other question that you had taken up. Okay, next Sunday, same time. Okay, somebody was asking the first question. Yeah. Yeah, the others are free to leave. I think we'll be staying for another 5 to 10 minutes and then we can end the session. So, recordings yeah. So the thing is, whenever you go for the courses, course, you will have this session, problem solving session. So you click here to view the problem solving sessions, and you will have the videos from the 4 TAs. So I will also upload my one by today, and then you can see this session also. So we had one session here, and other TAs, so 3 TAs are there. So you can have all the things. And essentially, if you want to see the discussion on the first problem, essentially you can also just see on the recording also. It's also available. So yeah, it's essentially made for those that purpose only. If somebody is not able to discuss, somebody is not able to join at that time, they are free to join, and they are free to see those live discussion sessions. Yeah, final. Essentially, the final examination pattern will mostly for most examinations are derived from what they are giving on the assignments. So it will be mostly on that only, what the assignment sets are. Hmm, as in examination pattern, as a type of questions are mostly those are what we are having on the assignments. So some questions I think in the future session, future videos will be theoretic, like subjective also. Now we are mostly objective questions. We're dealing with mostly objective questions. So you will have some subjective questions also. So yeah, so that things also are there. So you can have multiple kind of, yeah. The predominantly ones will be the MCQs, the multiple select options, and I think the theoretical ones. It will not be like yeah, mostly it will be that like that only. Plus these subjects will not have some diagrammatic or such approach, so nothing will be like that. Okay. So if there are no doubts, then we can close the session here. I think though some people are asking about the things with here. Some people are from humanities, and they were not having doubts having those in the regarding the fitting of the course. Are they clear about it? Okay. Any book can be suggested. Yeah, the course has a book by the same name, so I did not go through it, but that is the book that is recommended. Yeah.